Blake Boss here, folks. Today we're going to be talking UPS and contract negotiations. So we have the Teamsters Local 89 union at UPS's famed Worldport once again voting down the proposed Louisville Air Supplement for the second time in a row. The vote came in at 2,804 against and 185 for, so overwhelmingly against this new contract. We reached out to the local union there and got a hold of President Zuckerman. He's the head of the Local 89 union. He highlighted 89 is currently working on what options are available for them to negotiate as the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. That's the bigger union that controls all of the local unions across UPS. Well, not exactly controls, but oversees. And that union has failed to file the necessary paperwork that would typically allow 89 to strike if necessary. So Local 89 is currently working on what options they have available. So you're probably a little confused though. What is Worldport? What is an air supplement and why should you care? Well, to begin, if you have a vested interest in UPS, you should certainly care because the Worldport Package Hub is UPS's largest air center, and you can see it pictured here. And it serves as the main artery for its air operation. So almost any package that's shipped via an airplane in UPS's distribution network goes through this center, and it's of the utmost importance for UPS to keep it running smoothly so customers like Amazon stay on board. So what's happening at Worldport today? Well, as you can tell from the vote, there's a lot of unhappy UPSers at Worldport, and this is due to contract negotiations. Periodically, UPS negotiates new contracts with its unionized workforce that covers things like pay increases, new hires, benefits, and various other areas all the way down to metal detectors at the centers. So while there's a master contract that everybody votes on, there's also local contracts that are unique to certain regions and package centers like Worldport we're talking about today. These also need to be approved before the master contract can go into effect, and as it stands today, the master contract has been approved, but there's 3 local supplements preventing it from going into effect, one of which is Worldport. This has been going on for about a year now, and 3 locals still need to be voted on before the master can go into effect. Now that you know how the contract worked, let's look at 89 and Worldport. Local 89 is unhappy with the new contract due not only to reduce healthcare benefits, but also due to new hire provisions, shuttles, and other areas like metal detectors, for example. What's really interesting about this situation, though, folks, is that there appears to be a big breakdown in communication between the overall union, that's IBT, and the local union 89. For example, Local 89 has repeatedly reached out to the International Brotherhood of Teamsters for answers about why the paperwork was not filed that would allow them the option to strike and have more power at the negotiating table with UPS. This has been about a year now, and Local 89 has only received 1 response from the IBT about why that paper was not filed, and basically it just said that it was not filed for strategic purposes. So a lot of gray area there. But what's the takeaway here, folks? What should investors focus on? Well, it appears this is a very politically charged situation and uncomfortable to boot. From my research, there seems to be a large amount of distrust between Local 89, UPS, and the IBT. The local is currently unsure if they have the option to strike and is worried the IBT and UPS may be able to force the contract through. The local union has highlighted they'll do everything they can to get the contract they want, but that remains to be seen. For investors, it's still too early to tell what will come of this, but it is something you should definitely keep an eye on. This is an emotionally charged situation, and only time will tell if tempers will flare or mediation will prevail. That's all I have on the contract today, folks. Be sure to check back in if we have any breaking news on this. Thanks for watching, and fool on.